Justin Trudeau, do you want to create a lot of John Wicks? Because this is how you create a lot of John Wicks. Let's take a look, shall we? I'm reading this from World News. Freedom Convoy protesters threatened with losing their pets. Protesters arrested as part of enforcement actions could have their pets taken into care, Canadian authorities have warned. These Canadians. Justin Trudeau is just like his not father, Fidel Castro. That's all I'm saying. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. It runs in the blood. Canadians taking part in demonstrations against COVID-19 mandates were threatened with inadvertently relinquishing their pets if arrested by the police, authorities warned on Thursday. According to an announcement on the Ottawa Bylaw Twitter account, anyone arrested at demonstrations as part of enforcement actions by the government could have their animals placed in protective care for a week if they are unable to look out or to look after them. The suspect must pay for the animal's care after 8 days. If arrangements have not been made, the animal would be considered relinquished. A tweet from, you know what? It's a short article, and I don't even think I'm going to read it anymore. Could you imagine if somebody took my Zoe? You all know how much Zoe means to me. She's my baby. Well, now we got a problem. See, Justin Trudeau is inviting a civil war into Canada. He's inviting war. And you know what? You little spoiled bitch who grew up in a rich house. You're not going to win it. I often say, and for those of you on the Dawson Defense group, I often talk about I'll never carry my Glock 34 on me. But you know what? This time I might have to. You're talking about taking people's pets, their dogs, their cats. It's not our fault that you failed. It's not our fault that you refuse to meet these people on their level. And say, hey, what do you want? In the mask mandates, which most of Canada's already done. No, you're just evil and you want power. It's just the same thing AOC and these leftists down here in America do. Not in Texas, because we're not having it. Could you imagine if you came to Texas and said, I'm taking your dog? That's why, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, we have to hold on to the Second Amendment. You can't let it go because people like Justin Trudeau, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar out there lurking. And the minute you let it go, they're going to take everything near and dear to you because they really don't care. They're sociopaths. They're sociopaths. By enacting this, Justin Trudeau knows hundreds of dogs will be put down. But see, they're just like Dr. Fauci. And I told you about his dog experiment when they cut the throats of puppies and injected them with fucking flies. Because see, this is what they do. They don't care. They do not care. They're sociopaths. And the worst part is, with a sociopath, they can make you think what they want you to think. Now, when will the left wake up and say, hey, this has gone too far? Well, right now, it's gone too far. But see, this is what happens when you give up your Second Amendment rights, when you give up your right to own a firearm. Could you imagine if somebody came through that door trying to take my baby or tried to come through the door? You're not coming through the door. It's going to be a bad day. And tried to take my baby. Imagine what kind of firestorm that's going to bring But see, they want you weak and perilous. They don't want you to be able to defend yourself from the government because what they say is law. You know what true power is? True power is say what you want to say, do what you want to do. That's true power. And a leader who speaks that, I don't think we've had one. Maybe President Trump. And I'm not going to take that from you. Then you know you're really in charge. These people know they're not really in charge. But nope. They want to take your pets, your dogs, if you can't care for them. Well, how can they determine if you can care for them or not? All they're going to do is go along, pull down names from the Freedom Convoy, go to their house and take the dogs. Tammy said I was overreacting. I was like, no, think about it. My older brother's a trucker. It's like, hey, what if we went up and joined the Freedom Convoy? You're here in Texas taking care of Zoe. All of a sudden, there's a knock at the door. And they say, well, he can't take care of her. Well, Tammy's here taking care of her. Most dog owners are not going to leave their dogs uncared for. But, and also think about this, right? Michael Vick got canceled for less than this, for less than Justin Trudeau is doing. Michael Vick, a black man in America, got canceled. He went to prison. So shouldn't Justin Trudeau go to prison? Just saying, he should probably be doing some time right about now. All I'm saying is, hey, Justin Trudeau, Canada lawmakers, if you want to create John Wicks, because people care about their dogs. If you haven't watched John Wick, go watch John Wick. If you want to create John Wicks, this is exactly how you do it. Thank you for watching this very short episode of the Dan Dawson Show. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, especially in these days and times, keep your powder dry. Keep your powder dry. Keep your Second Amendment rights. And do what you got to do.